When it comes to content and what some suppliers can do to arm distributors with better content, I would say that the easiest way to do this is really focus on the distributor's buyer. What are the questions that they're likely to have as they go through the buying process? So one of the things you could do is create content for each of the stages of that buying process. So for example, in the early stage, when you're thinking about committing to change and loosening the status quo, that's when you need to convince the buyer that this is something they should look at, that this is something important to them. So now I want to focus on thought leadership content. When you move into the middle stages, that's when a supplier has already said, I'm interested in this product. So now you're looking for content that will help them make the selection in your favor. Educate them why you're better than the competition. Maybe it's performance. Maybe you'll see more users coming into the evaluation process and they're going to have the same questions. Here's where you want to talk about why you're different, why you're better, why you're more economical or might have a lower cost of ownership. When you're at that later stage now, when the customer has made the decision, you can't fool yourself. The selling isn't over. What becomes really important is to help the customer validate their decision. So now you want to talk about what is the return on investment? What assets can you give the customer that makes them feel safe about the purchase that they've made? And just like customer stories in the beginning of the process work, they also work at the end as well when they're trying to validate. And that could also be validation from any third party like analyst firms and so on. So I think that the secret way of doing this is really not so secret. It's really just taking that buyer's journey between the supplier and the distributor, and suppliers just making sure that you have the right content aligned to the buyer's journey that you can hand over and teach the distributor when to use it.